There are digital learning tools available for young learners that let them read interactively, draw, look at pictures, and play games. What place do such applications have in early childhood education?
We are always looking for the magic bullet, something that will solve all our problems. And today, this magic bullet for education is technology. In this day and age, digital learning is not a choice, it is a necessity. This generation is unique in that it is the first to grow up with digital and cyber technologies. Growing up in this environment is going to impact how and when children learn to use technology, as 75% of this generation will begin using a computer before the age of 4, and many children will be learning to read and write on a computer at the same time as they are learning how to do it with pen and paper. It is interesting to note that by the time a NetGenner is 21 years of age, they will have spent 10,000 hours playing video games, written 200,000 emails, watched 20,000 hours of TV, spent 10,000 hours on mobile phones, and spent under the small amount of 5,000 hours reading. With all of the technology at today's child's fingertips, it is no wonder that digital learning has become such a vast part of early childhood environments. So what is digital learning? Digital learning is learning supported by the use of digital technology. That is, learning whilst using digital technology. Digital learning can be done with, but is not limited to, online learning environments, computers, interactive whiteboards, social networking sites, laptops, digital cameras, and mobile phones. Digital learning and technology is a vital part of the early childhood environment. It prepares students for school where technology is used on a day-to-day, even hour-to-hour basis. It is not just educators of children who are seeing the benefits of technology. Victoria's Department of Education and Early Childhood Development see technology as a vital part of schooling. Their vision in 2010 was that all teachers and students have access to contemporary technology and world-class digital content with which to create, communicate, and collaborate locally and globally. Learning is engaging, personalised, and authentic to enable students to become confident, creative, active, and informed citizens of the 21st century. Technological change in education means we are facing the largest transformation in how our students receive, interact with, and respond to the learning experience that the teaching profession has ever seen. Some people see the amount of use of digital learning in early childhood as a negative, but the positives and advantages outweigh the negatives. The students enjoy learning, problem solving and cooperative learning are encouraged, students feel and are often in control of their own learning, students learn metacognitive skills, that is, thinking about thinking. It improves students' confidence levels, attitudes towards their own learning, behaviour and attendance. It promotes improved opportunities for students to learn through collaboration and conversation. There are improved connections with the real world and provide access to global communities with expertise and perspectives that can enrich learning. There is improved concentration, a better understanding of what is being asked of the child, e.g. audio files. It allows students to take a more active role in how and when they will learn. Information information and communication technology skills and understanding have also been identified as one of the general capabilities to be included in the national curriculum, an initiative Victoria strongly endorses.
Technological opportunities now bring a variety of abilities to our fingertips. These include breaking down the barrier between rural and remote schools compared to schools in cities and other areas around Australia and the world. It allows teachers to teach in a way which children find interesting, and it also provides them with important skills in technology for the future. Web conferencing allows teachers from rural and remote childcare centres and schools to communicate with others from bigger towns and cities around Australia and the world without leaving their centre or classroom. This benefits the children as they are not missing out on vital contact and education with their educators. Desktops, laptops, netbooks, iPads and other tablets allow children to view photos, play games, draw and read books and information both online and offline. Whether children are playing a game or researching, they are using skills which will continue to develop as they mature. Starting this learning at an early age within childcare centres and schools will allow children the opportunity to expand their knowledge with their peers. PowerPoints are digital presentations which primary school students can use to present their work in a way which is interesting and meaningful for them. PowerPoints allow individuals to express their feelings while sharing their knowledge. The government believes that digital technology within education is worthwhile, as they have provided 10,000 netbook devices as part of the $6.2 million netbook trial to provide improved access to computers to primary school students in regional and low socioeconomic areas. This has made a significant contribution to the statewide average computer-to-student ratio in Victorian government schools to one computer for every 2.68 students in 2012. Through the use of digital cameras, educators can show the child that they have trust in them to use the camera appropriately by allowing them to take photos which are interesting and meaningful for them, and not to drop or break the camera. The use of digital cameras will also improve fine motor skills, as the child will learn to navigate their way around the menu and other options of the camera, to zoom in and out of photos as well as to delete them. Social and language skills are developed as children like to show and discuss their masterpieces with their peers. Cognitive skills are also developed as a child must figure out what they have to do to improve their skills and take a better picture, as well as when they navigate their way around the camera. Interactive whiteboards are used in almost every educational setting around Australia. They combine visual and audio cues and allow you to write on the surface, print off an image, save it to a computer, or distribute it over a network. An interactive whiteboard may also be used to view and navigate the internet. It is beneficial to use the interactive whiteboard to show students a web page, document, or movie as the whole class can easily see the screen. They also give the child or student the opportunity to actively be involved in the activity, as it is possible for them to draw or write on the whiteboard to contribute to a group drawing or document. Interactive whiteboards assist special needs children in learning as they combine audio and visual cues. They also make it possible to save documents and pictures for later use and sharing. Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence consists of 9 separate intelligences, as not everybody learns the same way. Gardner believes that the use of technology in early childhood settings allow children to use more than one intelligence at a time. For example, typing on a keyboard allows a child to think in spatial, the ability to perceive the visual world accurately; musical, the ability to appreciate, recognize, and compose musical pitches, tones, and rhythms; linguistic, the mastery of language; and bodily intelligence. Gardner states that if a child is engaged in what they are learning, they'll retain it for longer, as it means more to them. Technology is one way in which he believes will engage children in learning. Technology is increasing in importance within early childhood education. It is almost a necessity as children are bombarded with technology from an early age. Technology allows children to learn in a way which will be interesting to them. In doing this, they retain more information for longer. Technology can increase a child's self-reliance and sense of independence. It cannot cure or eliminate learning difficulties. However, it can assist children to reach their full potential. An example of this being a student who struggles with reading but who has good listening skills might benefit from listening to audio books.